So let us take an example to understand the concept of single stub tuning. So let us consider a transmission line whose characteristic impedance is Z0 is terminated by load impedance ZL, and the load impedance is my ZL, and the value of ZL is given, say 100 plus J80 ohm, and the characteristic impedance of the line is 50 ohm. So obviously this is an example of mismatch because ZL is not equal to Z0. So at any point if you see the input impedance, at any point if you see the input impedance, this input impedance will not be equal to Z0. So this is input, this is mismatch. So to provide impedance matching, we will use a single stub series tuning. Let us see how we connect the stub in series and provide impedance matching. Let us take an example of open circuit stub. That means suppose at this plane, uh, at a distance d, where, because we will have a distance d, at a distance d the real part of input impedance will be Z0. So at that distance d we have to connect one stub. Suppose I am going to connect series stub. I will connect stub in series, and suppose this small stub is having some length ls, it is having some length ls, and it is open circuited. It is an open circuited stub, and it is having this length ls. So what will be the length ls of this open circuited stub, and what will be this distance d at which we have to connect this series stub? So we need to find out these two things, d and ls, given that zl and z0 is given. So how to do it using Smith chart? If we do using Smith chart, the first thing we have to do is we have to find the normalized load impedance. So normalized load impedance is given as a small of ZL. Small of ZL is equal to ZL by Z0. So it is ZL divided by Z0. So this, if we divide it, what we will get? So ZL, I have to normalize it with respect to Z0. So that is small ZL. So we will get 2 plus J 1.6 ZL divided by Z0. Now this small ZL, now we can plot on Smith chart. So how we will plot on Smith chart? We know that Smith chart. So on the Smith chart, we have to see small ZL we got 2 plus J 1.6. So this 2 is a small r, and 1.6 is small x. So r equal to 2 circles, small r is, say this. Actually this is r equal to 1 circle. This is r equal to 1 circle. So inside that we will get r equal to 2 circle. This is r equal to 1 circle, and then this is x 1.6 plus 1.6. So intersection of this point will give 2 plus j 1.6 at this point. This is the intersection point, 2 plus j 1.6. So this is my, this value, this is my small zl. Now what we have to do is we have to travel a distance. We will have to from this load end, we are at load end, say suppose, say this I call it as a load end, this, then actually we are standing here, this is my load end, this is my load end in. Now we have to travel a distance d towards source. Now traveling on the transmission line is equivalent to traveling on constant VSWR circle. So what we have to do is, at this point we have to draw one constant VSWR circle. This is the circle. That means this is the point we got. From center we draw one radius. From center to this we consider one radius. So this is the radius, and from this we draw one circle. So this is known as, so this is my VSWR circle. Now on this VSWR circle, this is my load point. We will travel in the clockwise direction. You see the direction. We will travel to clockwise direction, and we will go up to that point where at that point what will happen. So clockwise we will travel in such a direction, in clockwise direction, because moving clockwise is moving towards generator. If we are moving clockwise means we are moving like this towards generator. We will travel that distance where the input impedance becomes this, which I have already explained. Input impedance becomes in this form, Z0 plus Jx. But Smith chart we do all in normalized form. So actually we want the distance d should be such that it is Zin is equal to Z0 plus Jx. But in Smith chart it is all impedances are in normalized form, so everything is divided by Z0. So it is actually like this: 1 plus J small x, I consider small x. So we have to travel clockwise in to that extent, to that distance t where we encountered this impedance. That means where the value of small r is 1 and x can have any value, that distance we have to travel. So r is 1 is this circle, this black, this r equal to 1 circle. You see where it is written r equal to 1. So you have to travel up to this point where we will meet r equal to 1 circle. X can have any value. Okay, this small x value can be anything. Or we can go further and reach the same r equal to 1 circle at this point also. This is also possible, this point. So two solutions are possible. One is you travel from load to that point where you meet r equal to 1 circle. This is one solution, say input impedance is say Z1. Or you travel further and you get another impedance, that is Z2. So that will give you another solution. So like this you will have two solutions. Now if we read the value, what we will see on the Smith chart, you, if you plot on Smith chart, you will see that Z, now see Z1 is at r equal to 1, x value can be anything. So if you read on Smith chart, Z1 will come as 1 minus, because it is in the lower half of Smith chart. That means the x value will be negative. So it will be 1 minus j, it will come as 1 minus j 1.33. 1 minus j 1.33 will come. And Z2 value, if you travel further, you will reach this point. This point is an intersection of VSWR and R equal to 1 circle. This is actually, I marked wrong actually. This is not ZL. This is yes, no, this is ZL, right? This is Z2. I forgot to write. This point is Z2. So Z2 will come. Z2 is in the numerator. sorry, on the upper half of the Smith chart. So Z2 will come as 1 plus J 1.33. It will come as 1 plus J 1.33. It will be Z2. Okay, so these two values of Z2 will come. So from now, but what is the distance D? How to find out the distance D? This distance D is how much we have traveled, that we have to see. So how to find out? From this load end, you extend outside, you see the outermost scale. You have to see in wavelength. So it is 0.208 lambda. If you see this ZL point, 0.208 lambda, 0.208 lambda will come, 0.208 lambda. And if you stop at this point, if I stop Z1, how to find out its angle? Uh, from center to Z1, you draw the line and come outside. So this value, if you read on Smith chart, it comes to be 0.328 lambda. 0.328 lambda. So if you subtract both, you get the value of D. Actually, there are two solutions. One solution is this Z1. So for that, we will get the value of D1. So D1 is just the difference of this. Okay, 0.328 lambda. So you see that this, if this ZL, if you extend outside, it is 0.208, and this Z1, this is Z1 point. So from center, if you extend outside, it is 0.328 lambda. So what is the distance that is traveled? This distance is actually this distance. So you have to subtract 0.208, 0.208 and 328. This two, if you subtract, you get 0.120. So this is one distance, 0.120. This is one distance D1 that we got. Another distance is this distance. This is my load end. From this load end, I will go along constant VSWR circle up to this point. So this distance, how to find it? Actually, the outermost scale is calibrated in this way. Here it is 0 lambda. It is starting from 0 here. This is my 0 lambda. Then we have to 0 lambda, and when it comes back here, it is 0.5 lambda. That means one full rotation on Smith chart is equivalent to zero point 0.5 lambda, from 0 to zero point 0.5, and then again it starts. So from this entire rotation zero point 0.5, if I subtract this 0.208, this is 0.208. 0.208 is from here, from 0 to 0.208. So zero point 0.5, if I subtract 0.208, I will get the value from here. You see my cursor, I will, you can change color. Okay, if so from point 0.5 if I subtract, so from this point 0.5 means traveling full circle. If I subtract this 0.208 which is here load, I will get only this value. You see the blue color line, this length here. From here to here, I will get only this length. Now in this again, if I add this 0.172, actually this is the second distance we got for which the impedance is Z2 at this point. So this point from center, if I extend, it is 0.172 lambda. So this 0.172 is from 0. So if I add from 0 to 0.172, then my total distance will come from this load to this. So what we have done to get the second distance d2, from point 0.5 minus this 0.208 minus 0.208, and then plus zero point 0.5 minus 0.208 will give only this distance from here to here, here to here. Then again you have to add this 0.172. It is all lambda. You again add 0.172 lambda. So you will get the value of d2 as 0.463. 463 lambda. So this is the second solution. So that's how we find the distance t. In the next video we will see how to find the length of the star.